Hi, this is Darman. Welcome to another Minecraft Let's Play video. In this video series, I'm showing you how to build Stampy's house. And in the last video, we built this ground that's around Stampy's balcony here. And I haven't really done anything else with this area over here yet. This is going to be need to be dug out. This needs to all be dug out for the secret base that's going to be below here. But yeah, I think it came out really nice. It's cool. I dig it. It's looking pretty authentic. Yeah, so anyway, today's video, we are going to be building, basically, the slime farm, which goes right in here, which I've actually already kind of laid out some of the hallway for it, not really on purpose, but more, it was just to, yes, you hear the dogs barking? It was so that I could build, they're panting. So that I could build the doghouse, which is right here. I needed to kind of mark out where this ended, and I just ended up kind of throwing in a little hallway here, which probably is actually fairly accurate as far as how long it needs to be. But I'll go over those dimensions with you in just a second. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. And well, you know what? This is really cool. Just take a look at that. If you are anywhere close to having this part, I've got to get rid of this mysterious tower. If you are anywhere near this amount done of your house, you've got to be pretty happy. I'm thinking that this is cool. And that has nothing to do with me. Trust me. It's all about you and Stampy giving this really fascinating house design. Oh, look. I always forget that they're in there. They're in there wandering around, Henry and Hilda, just doing their thing. And I do realize there's a couple of things I still actually have not put in this room yet. Some of the decorations. Oh, hello, Hilda. Oh, nice to see you too. Yes. All right. Well, let's get to it. I heard a whimpering of a dog. I'm not sure who's not happy in there, but let's just go. Let's get to it. There should be a sign here that's going to say Slime Farm, but that torch is in the right spot, as far as I know. Now this has got double doors here, and this goes right up against this wall. I'm just going to temporarily kind of relieve these doors out of here. To make it easy to explain. So this should be right up here against here, and it's just the first two blocks. This is the doorway. You probably already have this in here. If you don't, this is how you're going to do it. So this whole hallway, let's see, the floor is going to be 6 long until it hits the drop off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I was off by 1 here. Let's just get rid of oops. Get rid of that. Oh, great. Now it's all dark in here. Let's put a couple of torches up here. Okay, so let's see, where's my wood floor? This is all oak here. Now the back wall, you're going to leave this empty spot after these 6. So this is where it's going to go down, down, down. So I'm over here. This just becomes a wall like that. So this should be 3 high all the way back until here, which is, that's only just so that you can actually put the doors in. Otherwise, there's this big blank empty space above the doors. So, speaking of which, did I bring the doors with me? Okay, here we go. And so the doors just get put on while you're facing from the outside. We've got 6 blocks here, and then, just leave this empty spot and fill the rest in. Now we need a sign over here that says, trust me and jump, keep right. The trust me and jump part comes at the first 2 lines. This is capitalized. Oops. No, we don't want that. Small r. Oops. Trust me. Okay, and then the next line is and a jump. J-U. There you are. And then the bottom line is parentheses, keep right. Where's my parentheses? This is a capital K. He hasn't come down into this area very much. But mostly during his tour. Oh dear. Mostly during his tours and so forth. Let's see. Oh, that's not the one I want. This one. And parentheses. Now, of course, the reason for that is that this is a very, very, very deep hole that has water at the bottom, and this is a very, very deep hole over here that does not have a water at the bottom. So that is why you want to keep right, and that is why, gee, which dog died here? Was it Pork Chop? Was that his name? Because I know there's Pork Chops down there. I can't remember if that's actually his name or not. Now, how deep does this go? Well, he talks about in the video, okay, first off, I don't know how deep it is. There's just no way to know. It would just be pretty much impossible to count. But the only way I've kind of come close, and I'll say counting, is if, when he jumps off, it takes about 3, oh, look, iron. It takes about 3 seconds for him to drop all the way down. And that's pretty far. Now, in one of the videos, he talks about how when you want to make a slime farm, what you do is you dig down to bedrock. You can come up like 4 or 5 levels and you build it there. So that's what we're going to do, and let's just kind of see how far down that takes us. So I'm going to dig this down. I'm going to put a little bit of light here. I'm going to dig this down to bedrock and build it up 4, and then we're going to fill it with water and see how it goes and see if that kind of times out okay. So I'm just going to burrow all the way down, and I'm going to cut once I'm all the way done. So see you in a bit. So I've dug all the way down, and this, you can't see it now that I just put the water in there, but there's bedrock 5 blocks down from here. So then I just built this side up 5. I figured 5 just sounds like a nice round number, and woo, it goes way up there. Right around here I hit a cave system, interestingly enough. I'm sure you might hit 1 or 2. Look, man, if this was, I wish I was, doing this survival mode. Look at all this good stuff in here. It's coal, all kinds of, oh man, look at all this coal. I don't care what anybody says about coal. Coal is the lifeblood of a survivor. Coal and iron, without those 2 things, man, you're dead meat. All right, I got to find my hole again. Oh, here it is. Okay, speaking of which, I'm just going to block this up so I don't ever have to see that again. And I'll leave that torch in there because who knows, maybe I'll run into it again someday in some other build. Okay, so up we go. So I've got the water in there, so let's, oh, speaking of water, it apparently is raining here. Well, okay, well, all right, so let's keep right. Let's kind of count this off and see how we do. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's good. I think that's about right. So I would say, assuming you are building it somewhere in the same vicinity as I am, as far as altitude, which is basically, at ground level, just dig all the way down, build like 4 or 5 blocks up. I just did 5 because it's a nice round number. And I think that worked out pretty good. That was just about, the count of 3, like in his. It was like 1, 2, 3. Bingo. All right. So that water landing becomes critical to how. I shouldn't put this torch here. I'm gonna move it over here for a second. Where this water is going to become a reference point for the rest of this. Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna put the torch there. That's gonna be easy because this is all gonna get knocked out. So let's just I'm just gonna quickly sort of break out the basic dimensions as far as height goes. Let's see here. So I have some smooth stone on me. That's what I'm going to use to fill in anything that I need. So from this, everything should be, oh, I just covered up my hole. Where did that go? Right above here. Okay, so that we got to keep. And you can decide if you want to fill this all in with stone or whatever. I mean, if you watch his videos, it pretty much changes. However, I mean, you're not going to try to make it exact as like his, or you can, knock yourself out. It's just a little bit beyond the scope of what I would consider necessary for making an authentic Stampy world. So anyway, so there's this block of water here that we're sort of floating over. Now this whole area down here, and the dimensions I'm about to give you this is as close as I can come. I've watched several different videos. He's got torches very evenly spaced throughout this thing. And assuming that they're all as evenly spaced as it seems, and counting them all, I did a little math, and I came out to something that is 91 blocks left to right from this direction. So in other words, this this is actually is one, that sort of 91st block, and there's going to be 30 blocks. We're going to go that direction, and 60 blocks in that direction. So it's not quite, it's not symmetrical from here. And then the other dimension this way is 55. And basically what that does is it gives us 4 blocks in between each torch. So in other words, let's see, there's a torch like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there'd be a 1, 2, if I just knock this out a little bit just to kind of illustrate this a little bit. Really hope I don't hit a bunch of see, I was about to say lava, but what's worse? Gravel. Because you just never know what's going to come down on top of it once it comes out. Okay, there's nothing horrible up there. That's good. I hate working with gravel. Yeah, it's the worst. Okay, so like this is like, one, then be 1, 2, 3, 4 empty ones, and like this. And that just keeps continuing in that direction. And in fact, this is the first torch. So let's put my back up against the wall here. From this hole of water, so you go 1, 2, 3. Oh, see, I did that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there goes that one. It goes there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that one is there. So this one I have to do. I'm just mumbling, aren't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that one is there. So ready? 1, 2. Yeah. So there's 4 in between here. So yeah. So this is where the first torch goes, just as a reference. Now this. Going forward here, which I'm not gonna dig this hole. Oh, look at all this redstone. Lovely. I get so excited because I'm so used to, kind of playing in, survival mode. I get excited when I see actual minerals and stuff. So from here, let's see. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then torch, and then the pattern carries from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, torch, and so forth and so on. So this is where there is a row. In other words, there is a row of torches directly in front of this water hole, I'll call it. And from this direction, we just do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the torch goes there. If we were to knock out some of this to make it a little easier. Oh, and the gravel is back. Oh, joy. I just love gravel so much. It is the best substance ever. It is so useful to me. Oh, now that is useful substance. Redstone. No, I'm not going to do the redstone alert. I'm not going to do the redstone alert because we're not going to build any redstone down here. So, but this whole thing should be 3 high. I don't know if I mentioned that. This should be 3 high. And this is the whole thing. So we're going to go 30 blocks this way. We're going to go 60 blocks that way. And then we're going to go 55 blocks from here. So this is it, 1, 2, 3, and etc. I know I was going to show you it all done, but this is a technique I've just kind of started using, which I just wanted to pass on if this helps at all. Basically, I'm taking TNT blocks, and let's say this was a nice even wall I had here. So this will basically blow a chunk in rock like this, stone, 1 block in each direction pretty much. So I'm going to go punch in twice, put it right in there. So that kind of leaves this one little block area for it to blow up. And then what you can do is, before you set it off, just maybe a more time efficient way to do this is just to kind of go along, set up a bunch of them, and then set them all off. Either with just redstone torches being put down, or you could run some redstone and really go to town with it, but whatever's easiest. So I'm just going to skip 2, because this is like 1 block you can kind of think of, and then the next one is, get 2 blocks in there, so that, this is going to be the next one to be destroyed and so forth. So I'm just going to skip 2 in between each TNT block, and then I'm going to drill into 2 so that one is not, I don't want it to be there, I want it to be, in there. So it's like 1, 2, in 1, 2, 2, 2, in 1, 2, 1, 2, in 1, 2, 1, 2, in 1, 2, 2 in, and so forth. 1, 2 in, 1, 2, 1, 2, Oh, this is the, oh, well, in, and if I just go along here, this will, and I can just set them all off, and then we'll sit back and watch the magic happen there. Yeah, you're gonna blow out the torches, but yeah, look at that. See, it basically blows out exactly. So you've got 3 high here. Oh, it's completely dark. Sorry, I'm gonna put some torches down completely. Oh, more gold. So it's just 3 high, and it blows out exactly that amount. And that's just that way you don't get too much blown out in this. This kind of got. I think when it hits these minerals, that it blows them up easier than it does just the rock. So you may have to have some patchwork, just come in and just sort of, patch up the floor as needed. And the funny part about when you use dynamite, even in creative mode, you still get those things. You get those blocks, which you normally don't get, when you destroy something in creative mode. Usually it just kind of poof, disappears. But when you blow it up, for some reason, you can actually still get them and get the experience for them as well. Here I go. And say goodbye to all this rock. Didn't want you to miss me breaking my last few blocks here. It's actually been pretty easy. I just hit a spot just a few seconds ago that was a large underground lake, which became my slime farm lake. Oh, more diamonds. So this is a rough, this is it basically done as far as the rough demolition. I've blown out most of my torches in the process, of course. But it left a lot of big holes and a lot of bats and so forth. But this is it. This is how it goes. This took me a couple of hours to do, using the technique that I showed you. And then even still having to deal with the lava that I dealt with was over here, and the water and more water nonsense over here. So at this point, what I'm going to do is level out this floor and the ceiling, just make it nice and even. Okay, I have got it all knocked out. I've got the ceiling covered up. I've got covered up. It's all, uniformly flat, and the walls are flat, and floors are flat. Everything is nice and flat and straight. So at this point, I'm just going to finish putting all of the torches down. While I'm doing this, I wanted to mention that in my 11,000 subscriber video, I was in OG's world, and he had these crazy statues. I didn't know what they were. So everybody and their mother was like, dude, that's Five Nights at Freddy's. I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's. I have heard of it. I know I'm old, but I actually have heard of it. Around Halloween, I heard of a lot of people playing that. So that must be a fun game. I might have to check that out. So, all right. That's all done as far as I'm concerned. If there's any stray ones out there, I'm just not going to worry about it. So let's go on to... we've got a few details that we want to put down here. First of all, the first thing I want to correct for myself is that this is not supposed to be a full rectangle around here. It's just supposed to be like that, just enough to cover that up, and like that. And then there's a torch right on there. Right over here. See if I can get this right. Oh, I got my paper the wrong way. Okay, we're going to need a couple of things here. We're going to need some... Where are we at here? Let's see. We're going to need some chests. We're going to need some water, oddly enough. Let's see. Furnaces. We're going to need... we're going to need a painting, oddly. Oh, we're going to need some pink wool for you-know-whose grave. Porky's. I think I called him Pork Chop earlier. Not Pork Chop. His name is Porky. Stop commenting. Let's see what I need. Some gravel for that. Where's the gravel? Gravel. I'll take some of this stone too, just in case I mess something up. And I'm going to need a sign for his grave. And let's get some torches. There's a couple of torches I might need to put up. Okay, well, let's start on this side. Next to this ladder, there should be absolutely nothing, right? Ladder. Or is this the grave? Hold on a second. Yeah, that stays there. And let's see. This is going to be the dog grave. So we have to ship out. Let's see. We have to actually go back 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, more gold. We got to break some of this out because we got to put some by gold. We got to put some pink wool back here. Let's see. It should be. Let's see. Regular ground. Let's see. This should be. Let me grab my gravel here. So this is the regular block, and there should be 2 things of gravel, and then the pink. Pink should come all the way out here. Whoops. Believe. Yeah, so this should be, let's see, this is the stone, this is the gravel, and then, oh, I guess I did kind of make this go back a little bit too far, so there should be pink wool here. Oh, well, I guess I didn't, no, I did do it right. What the heck, we'll just put it in the corners. Obviously, we don't need it necessarily in the corners, but let's fill all this in. So we went back 5 from here, so there should be regular stone right here in the doorway, and then 2 things of gravel, and then we're going to put, let's see, we're going to put the torch right here, and a sign right here that's going to say R.I.P. Porky the dog. Let's do that real quick. The D-O-G. Hey, look at that, I know how to spell dog. Yay. See, Mom, kindergarten wasn't a total waste. Okay, that is the grave. Now out here, there's a little chest here full of, just fill this thing up with pork chops. I don't have any pork chops on me at the moment, but fill that up with pork chops. And now over here, we're actually going to get rid of this one torch here. Over here, there's a big painting, which it's this painting, which to me always thought looked like a pig, and maybe that's why they put it up here. But it's too big for this, and it's like 4 high, I think. So you actually have to kind of dig out. I would just dig out. Oh, great, gravel. You have to kind of dig out an area here. I'm just going to substitute some of this with. Oh, look at that. Just bring this across. Now the pig painting is this ginormous. Let's see, I think I might have to point here to get this to work right. You know which one. It's that one of those really big, humongous ones. Flaming skull, no. There. Okay. That is the one. And there's a torch. Should be torch right there. Since we took that one out. So that's basically it there. Don't really need all that, but as far as that width goes, but I'm not too worried about that. Okay, over here we've got just kind of a miscellaneous things, I think, from when he was building it. Let's see, he's got a furnace here. He's got a double wide chest here. I'm going to take that. This is a crafting table, which I don't even have. I don't need that anymore. Crafting table, and then there's that goes right above it, torch above it. Got another double chest here. For some reason, another furnace here. And then we've got space, and then this torch stays there. Got another space. And then we do there's a, looks like an infinite water supply here. And I'm going to actually remove this redstone here. I just want it to not kind of look like it's purposeful here. Oops. There. It's a little infinite water source. And that's it. As far as I know, that's it. That's, I'm referencing, a couple of videos. He's got the lovely library video, which is number 23. That's the one where Porky dies. But there's another one, the Easter egg hunt, number 72, and somewhere around the 11-minute mark, he comes down here, and it's all foggy. You can't really see anything, and he's like, wow, why is it so foggy? But you get a couple of good views of this stuff in here as he's leaving. Porky's grave is one of the very last things he does. He kind of leaves and then, comes back down just to show you that. And, well, since we're here, we can put some pork chops in Porky's grave. Where we got here? Let's get a little bunch of these, and I'm not going to fill this up, but that goes, just fill this whole thing up with pork chops, and that's going to do it. So let's see, anything else? We've got look at this place. This is enormous. It's absolutely enormous. This took me between 2 and 3 hours between demolizing. Hey, I just came up with a new word. Demolizing all this and making, fixing all the holes that I made and putting down the torches. That took me a good probably 3 hours total. So I would definitely recommend getting some friends involved. It's a lot of work, even with using TNT. Okay, that's it. This is the slime farm. We've got everything covered. Oh, we haven't done the sign up top. Let's do that real quick, because I don't want to hear about it. That I forgot the slime farm sign. Up. Here we go. Oh, it's not raining anymore. So there it is. Let's test it out. Oh, you know what? Here, we've got to, let's fix this real quick. These dirt block, this should be, wood all the way around this, what would be floor level up here. Since this, the same as this, just so that should be all the way around. And I wouldn't worry about trying to make the tunnel exactly like Stampy's, because that's probably more work than you could possibly need to do. So we're going down. Woo! Oof. Okay, we're going up. We hit bedrock. And yeah, I think he's got like one less block than that. But that's it. That's a slime farm. Ta-da! And there we go. All right. This is Darman68. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!